used to say stuff like this. Why you doing all that crying? All you gonna do is give yourself a headache. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. All you gonna do is be in pain later because you crying now. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, dry up your tears. Ain't no need to cry about it now. So here we understand the story about a young man by the name of Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth is he now comes from a background. He comes from now a lineage of a king. He is a prince's son. So he has an inheritance. He has now something that is promised to him. Is it anybody here that God promised you something? Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. God has promised us some things, and now Jonathan, his father, is a prince, so makes him next in line to the kingdom. But we find here in round about 2 Samuel chapter number 4, an event happens out of his control, and some of you all have to understand there are some things that are just going to happen that are outside of your control. Right. The Bible says in 2 Samuel chapter number 4, I believe round about verse number 4, that something happens, that now there is a war going on. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, there's a war going on. There is a war, there is a struggle, Kim. The Bible says that in this chaotic situation, the nurse does something. She picks up the lad and she does something because this is her instinct to protect this young man. She picks him up and inadvertently she now drops the young man, and watch this, he becomes lame on his feet. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I wasn't born like this. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me in here. Yes, how many of you can remember a day? Come on, I was just thinking the other day, I remember when gas was $1. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. I remember, yes, that you can go to the store, and if you had $1, you could rack up. Y'all ain't talking to me here. But now you take $1 to the store, you ain't getting nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. Yes, I remember those experiences, because those experiences now help me to get through life. It gave me now a memory. I can recall. Don't you understand that young Mephibosheth understood what it was like to be at the top? He understood what it was now to be in the kingdom, in the palace. Y'all ain't talking to me here. And now he has been dropped. Have you ever been dropped in life and you saw, you looked within yourself and said, how can I recover from a devastating drop like this? And watch this, if y'all don't get this, then I might as well go ahead and go home. Because this woman dropped him by accident. Oh, God help me in here. And sometimes the people that you have around you don't mean to drop you because they can't handle you, so they drop you. I told you all last night that this young man was about 5 years old. He had no business being in this woman's arms, but she thought that this was a natural instinct for me to pick up this child, especially being from a royal bloodline. Let me pick this young man up. Oh, God help me in here. Let me pick him up and get him to safety. But rather than helping him, she does more harm than helping him. Oh, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, don't carry me. I can walk on my own. Yes, I can. It comes a time in a person's life when you got to stop carrying them, stop being their crutch. Brother Thomas, it hurt me to my heart when my mother, my own mother, now takes my transportation. I said, wait a minute, mother, you're taking my car. Why are you taking my car? She said, let it be known, it's not your car, it's my car. I let you drive it, and you got a little bit too comfortable with what I let you borrow. Y'all ain't saying, y'all looking at me funny. But sometimes you have to now take the crutch away from somebody and let them stand on their own. The problem is that we're too comfortable leaning on someone else. And then when that person leaves, our life is in shambles because our faith is not in God. Our faith is in a person. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me here. It's going to be rough through here. But your faith was never built on a person, but your faith was supposed to be in God. And when the person left, you're saying, why me? Why do I have to go through this? And God is trying to tell you he was never in a person.
Hallelujah, God.
That's right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Don't you understand that people will drop you?
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
And will think nothing of it.
Hallelujah.
Right.
People will drop you, yes, and forget about you. I said this last night as well, that my problem is that the man was dropped in chapter number 4. You don't hear nothing else about him until chapter number 9. Years have passed, and this young man is now, yes, in a low place in his life, and he's so low that getting up is not even an option. Y'all ain't talking to me here. Getting up is not even on his mind. Have you ever been that low where you don't even feel like getting up? Y'all ain't talking to me here. Have you ever been that low that you said, all I want to do is just lay in the bed? Have you ever been that low that you said, listen, I've been so low that I don't want to wrap up in the comforter. I want to wrap it in the sheet. Y'all ain't talking. Maybe y'all ain't never been depressed before. I know that y'all ain't never had a moment that you said, you listen here, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to answer my phone. I see my phone ringing, but I just don't want to answer. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. I see who it is. I know I love you, mama, but I don't want to answer the phone right now. I see it's my sister, but I don't want to answer the phone right now. I see it's my daddy, but I just don't want to. I don't feel like talking. Maybe y'all ain't never been there. Y'all a little deep this morning. I just don't want to answer my phone.
Yes.
For fear that I have to now explain the way I'm feeling.
Right.
Because the first thing that they ask Mother King when they get on the phone, what's wrong with you? And I don't even want to get into it because the story is too long, Kim. The story is too long. If I want to start from the beginning, let me start from the beginning. What's wrong with you? I was dropped.
All right now. Jesus.
I was dropped and nobody came to see about me.
Come on now.
Yes, I'm of a royal bloodline and nobody cares. Yes, what they did was they put me to the side. They let me now experience life on my own as being crippled. Oh, come on here. Because they thought in those days, instead of dealing with problems, what we'll do with problems, we'll just put them away. I know y'all ain't never, y'all don't deal with problems like that. Y'all don't just push the problems away and say, I'll deal with it later. God help me in here. Yes, but now the Bible says that King David was just sitting here and he began to remember his friend. And he asked the question, is there any in the house of Saul that I might show him kindness for my friend Jonathan's sake? Can I tell you this? I'm so concerned, Mother King, because some of us have about 2,000, about 3,000, about 5,000 Facebook friends. But how many of those Facebook friends can you call when your lights get ready to be cut off? How many? Oh, y'all ain't saying. How many of those friends can you call and they'll be right there for you? I am convinced that we have this friend thing, yes, misconstrued. For the Bible says it, and I believe it. The Bible says that a friend loveth at all times. What do you mean, preacher? That means you my friend when you get on my nerves. You my friend after. God ain't saying nothing to me here. You love me when it's going right. And you love me when it's going wrong. You love me when I can pay your way to the movies. And you love me when I tell you, baby, you got to do it for yourself. You love me. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. You love me.
Hallelujah.
Without limitation.
Right. Jesus, come on now.
That's
But
right.
I think we have this thing misconstrued.
Yes. Yes.
So we understand here David has a covenant relationship with Jonathan. It's so serious that they take an animal, Cardi, and they slice it down the middle, and they said, let this happen to us and more if we don't keep this covenant.
Right.
So what happened to friendship like that? Y'all ain't saying nothing to me.
Jesus.
What happened to being real, true friends like that? When you can tell your friend your secret and they keep your secret.
All right.
Right.
Okay, I'm sorry. We don't have that now. As soon as you get off the phone, yes, they calling that. Oh, they on the phone talking to somebody else. Girl, don't tell nobody. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. Yes, as soon as you hang up the phone, your business is good as told. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. Because we don't have real friends.
All right.
We have associates.
Yes.
We have
That's
people
right.
that we talk to. Yeah, you ain't really my friend, because if you were really my friend, you will hold some of the stuff that... See, because people use your misfortune as some kind of gossip comment.
All right, man.
Rather than pray for you, they talk about it. I know they don't do it here. I'm just talking about in Fayetteville. They don't do it here. You ain't saying nothing to me here. But you have to understand here that Jonathan and David were so much friends that now Jonathan says, listen, I understand that you are anointed king. It is my right. It is my right at birth that I will be made king after my father dies. I'm next in line. But I see something on you that I will relinquish my kingdom over to you. God help me in here. Has anybody in your life, have they ever saw something greater in you that it wasn't necessarily in them? The problem in the church now is that everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to be the chief, but nobody wants to be the Indian. Y'all ain't saying nothing to me here. Everybody wants to be the boss. Y'all ain't saying saying nothing. But nobody wants to pay the cost. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Everybody wants a title, but nobody wants the responsibility. Y'all ain't saying nothing in here. See, there's a problem when you want to be in charge.
All right.
That's right.
You don't want the responsibility.
Jesus. Jesus.
You want a car, but you don't want to put gas in it.
Amen. All right.
Amen. I want something new. Yeah, but you don't take care of what you got now.
That's right.
I want this kind of house, and I want that kind of house. But what are you doing? Okay. All right. See, I know I wasn't gonna get no amens right there. What are you doing? Nobody wants to look at what you're doing. Has anybody saw something great in you that you didn't see in yourself? And you're trying to figure out, what in the world do you see in me? Because I don't see it. They call you a mighty woman of God, and you're trying to say, what a mighty woman of God? You're trying to figure out, are you who are you talking to? You talking to me? Y'all ain't talking to me. I just came out of a situation. Y'all ain't talking to me. Okay, listen, I'm about to bless some of y'all here. I got up this morning cussing. What do you mean, preacher? That God is going to use somebody like me. God says I look past all of that, and I saw something greater in